aliens.
Yeah, that's it was definitely unexpected going into this.
You were a little late there, buddy. You know, just next time work on that. I'm very disappointed in you. They're unsubscribing by the drones now.
It's a far lean from the back of the couch to Tony. All right, well, look, aliens, simple enough. They're not simple. It's very unexpected. I mean, I would also say Michelle, the main character.
Oh, we're jumping right into it? Okay, I guess so. But hey, guys, so we're back with the spoiler review for 10 Cloverfield Lane. And before we get right into it, you're probably wondering, is this film a sequel to Cloverfield, or does it take place in the same world? And I think we both can agree that it's not a sequel.
It's not, no.
But it does take, I think personally, that it takes place in the same world.
Yeah, I would agree too. Not because of what happens at the end of the movie, which we'll talk about.
We will go into more detail.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely talk about it. But I think just off the beginning, there's a part with the radio that says like there's a whole electrical, like everybody lost, pretty much EMP goes off on the East Coast.
Yeah.
And that happens in Cloverfield, not 10 Cloverfield Lane, Cloverfield. It happens in that movie, you know, to when they're having a party, like, and you just see like, you know, New York, all of it's gone. So I think there's that small reference that says that when she gets to a car accident, it's happening at the same time of the first movie. So it's not first movie as in it's right before it. First movie as in it just came out.
I think personally they're happening all at the same time.
Yeah.
Like when she gets into the car crash, that's the attack on New York, and then we just follow it afterwards and stuff.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily tie into the first movie as much. There are subtle references throughout.
Very subtle. Nothing.
The only thing
crazy.
I think that really ties into it is the fact that there are aliens. There are aliens at the end of the film.
Which confirms that in Cloverfield, the first movie, confirms that the monster that attacked is an alien.
That's what I was. We were actually talking to a bunch of people after this movie ended, and they were like, "Oh man, I thought they were gonna tie in. You know, that we didn't even see the big monster, and these are like different aliens, so maybe they're not really tied in." And I was saying, what if it was like a orchestrated attack? You know, like they release the monster in New York, but then they also have other like soldiers and stuff.
Yeah.
Or
little dog creatures that have no eyes.
Yeah, I mean this is a planned attack on Earth, you know. So these aliens, they're working with each other, and like one is on this area. Probably the sequel will take place in California.
I mean,
we'll find out.
Who knows? I mean, these are both on. One of them's on the East Coast. This is like middle of the country.
Yeah, I think we're in Louisiana, actually. We're in Louisiana.
Is it Louisiana?
Yeah, Louisiana.
Yeah, sorry, lost it there.
I mean, they don't really say it out loud. Yeah. You get it from like the character. One of the characters was like going to like a Louisiana university, and also you saw the sign that said Baton Rouge and Houston.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Didn't think of that.
So,
yeah. But I mean, who knows what's going on the West Coast? I mean, you know, maybe. I'm hoping it's a battle LA. You know, maybe let's just merge these two universes.
It's better battle LA though. So it's definitely better battle LA because it just it's just so.
LA, but I'm sorry, continue.
No, I mean it's okay, but it just wasn't as good in my opinion. Yeah. And so that's the biggest twist or the biggest spoiler we can give about this movie is that it does tie in to the world of Cloverfield. It's just maybe one of the guys that we were talking to, he put it best that this might be an anthology series. Similar to like VHS, where there's just a bunch of stories and they're all kind of tied in because one character's like watching a VHS. This is a story where there's coordinated alien attack on various cities, not only on like in the United States, but probably around the world. I would love to see them do a world scale, like
that'd be cool.
Whole planet scale attack. And seeing it from different perspectives. We already got 2 in America. Let's maybe go to Canada. Let's see how the Canadians are handling it. Now
they'll throw pancakes at it.
No, they'll say, "Hey, have some maple syrup, eh? Have some poutine.
We got some bacon.
We'll give you a heart attack."
It's actually ham. Those is ham bacon.
So basically in the movie, we have the main character Michelle, and she's basically running away from a problem. This is something the character deals with. She opens up to Emmett about the fact that whenever she's put in a really terrible situation,
she just leaves.
She runs away immediately. And apparently from the boyfriend, who was voiced by
Bradley Cooper, of all people. Very unexpected.
Did not know that until they pointed it out to me. I was like, holy shit. And I think that's what you were mentioning in the review, right?
That's there was a voice. I mean, he literally has one line in this movie. One. And it's a voicemail. Is it a voicemail or is it a...
No, he's on the phone.
He's on the phone, she hangs up on him. Mm-hmm. But it's one line, and I mean, it's I'm hoping if there's another movie, maybe it's his story. Maybe it's what happens to him after all of it. Just to connect to an extent of being like...
Maybe he actually survives.
Maybe he's in Houston. Maybe he's there when she drives there. Maybe she'll just happen to run into him. Granted, she'll probably run away because that's what she is. But
I mean, her character grows by the end. I don't think she's willing to run away anymore. She's willing to face her problems.
She really turns into Laura Croft at the end.
To me, that was the most shocking thing. Like, this girl is like, she's a dressmaker. She wants to be a dress designer, you know, come up with that. And all of a sudden, she becomes like this badass. All of a sudden, like Ripley from Aliens, Laura Croft, like. At the end of the movie, she escapes from the bunker, defeats John Goodman and all that stuff. We'll talk about his character soon. But she gets out, and she's heading to the car, and then you see a big spaceship hovering down there, it drops something, and she's like, oh shit. And she's like doing all these like sneaky shit and trying to defeat the aliens, and then one time, like the ship comes out of nowhere, picks up the truck.
Yeah, with her in the truck, picks it up.
And she's like, oh fuck, I'm screwed.
She's done. I'm like, that's game. And then... just like looks to her right, sees a bottle of wine, I think.
It was like a liquor.
It was a liquor bottle. Some liquor bottle that she grabbed at the beginning of the movie, and she had a match or a lighter in her hand.
She found the lighter and she's like, oh,
and you see it in her face of being like these two things that she just wants to mix together. So like she makes a Molotov.
It felt like something out of a video game.
That's what I'm saying. She's like Laura Croft. It's very like War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise when he's in the cage and like the little tentacle thing sucking people into the thing, and he gets just like grenades and throws out there. Very similar, but unexpected from her character.
Pretty much. I mean, she was a dressmaker, and all of a sudden she becomes like this badass. But I know what they were trying to do. They were making a parallel to the beginning of the film where she wakes up inside of this unknown room, and then she decides, like, after finding a match, to light a fire inside the furnace. It kind of is a parallel to that. It connects. It kind of makes her come full circle in a sense.
Yeah, to an extent. Yeah.
A lot of fire in the movie. Now that I think about it.
Nah, it was only.
There were three. Remember the beginning, and then the middle, when she's escaping, and then the end. A lot of use of fire. I guess that's her main weapon.
For a movie with 3 people in it, yeah, that's a lot of fun.
A lot of movies. So let's talk about the bunker. So we find out when she wakes up in the bunker, we meet
John Goodman.
John Goodman's character, Howard.
Yep.
And he tells her like, oh, there's some type of like
chemical attack.
Fallout, radioactive stuff. So like, don't go
literally
out there.
said Fallout, and I mean, I just thought of the Pit Boy guy with like his thumb up like that. But you know, when he says Fallout, that's really what comes to mind.
And at the beginning of the movie, you don't know whether or not this guy just kidnapped her straight up, he even shows her the outside world. And it looks pretty normal.
Yeah, he takes her to the edge of the window and just lets her look at at 2 pigs that got chemically destroyed. Mm-hmm.
And he could have easily orchestrated that. He could have just killed them himself.
I mean, you wouldn't know,
look at that.
But I mean, that adds to the
tension and the mystery of the film.
Definitely.
Like, you're wondering whether or not he's telling the truth. Is this guy actually good or not? And we later discover, he is telling the truth. Something crazy happened in the surface, and now we gotta live it. We have to live down there. And then they have this happy montage where everything seems fine.
But just because he told the truth doesn't mean he's not crazy.
Yeah, you want to tell what happened then?
That's they have to change something or other with the air vents.
The air conditioner or something like that.
A reason to give her doubt. Let's go with that. And she goes into the air ducts to do this, and she finds another room in the bunker that has a window, has a ladder, climbs to the top. It's another hatch, and the hatch has etched on it the words "help" on the inside. And she goes to the bottom, finds a bloody earring. It's the picture of some girl that Howard has.
Yeah, Howard kept throughout the entire film. He keeps mentioning a girl named Megan. That is his daughter and stuff. And throughout the film, we believe that this is somebody
his daughter. We believe it's his daughter
until we have the picture. So we have Michelle showing the picture to Emmett, and Emmett's like, "I know this girl. That's not Michelle, or that's not Megan. That's another girl my sister went to high school with her." And she's like, wait a minute. He's been telling me this whole time this is Michelle.
And then they find the picture of him with Megan, like just sitting there like awkwardly, like he's smiling and she's not.
No, not Megan. It's not Megan. It's the girl that he kidnapped. So
whatever her name is, he keeps calling her Megan.
Yeah, he saved them, but it wasn't for the intention of being a Samaritan. And I don't think, because Emmett wasn't supposed to be in the bunker. No. It was just supposed to be him.
He fought his way in.
Yeah, he fought his way in. And so he was kind of like the third wheel, and John Goodman was kind of, throughout the entire film.
Not a big fan.
Yeah, he wasn't a fan because he didn't like the fact that he was getting along with Michelle, you know, having a good bonding moment. He's like, that's supposed to be my girl! And even in the film, he just comes off as really creepy, really pedophilic.
Specifically, when they're playing, I don't know what the game was, where they're doing the names.
Oh, the freaking...
I don't know.
I guess it was like charades.
Yeah, it's like charades,
yeah, you have Emmett's like, okay, so, what is
Michelle? Like, what is Michelle? He's like, a girl, like, small girl. And he's like, no, like, if she was older, like, little princess.
And we're like,
you get to that point.
Woman.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, it's weird that those are the two things that you come up with and that's it.
And it adds to his character. That's what makes him so off-putting. Like, this character is not of sound mind. I mean, his intentions were good, but they weren't pure. Definitely weren't pure.
Yeah, no.
So he was right about the fallout, but that didn't make him a great person. He still was despicable. So in the movie, it felt like to me it was like the lesser of two evils in a sense. You know, where do we stay in this bunker with this supposed rapist, pedophile, sexual assault kind of person, someone that's not right in the mind, or do we go out into the real world and risk it all? So,
which at the same time, she made a gas mask out of plastic soda bottle and a plastic water bottle, which I thought was cool, but also
illogical.
Yeah, not gonna
definitely
work.
Didn't make
On
sense.
The bright side, you realize that she didn't need it, so that's cool. That was
until the
green gas, and then she did use it,
and then she used it, which was smart of her. But let's talk about one of the more intense scenes in the film, where so they're planning the whole escape and stuff, and then finally Howard catches on to what they were doing, and he tells them to carry this bat of acid, and he's just like, better tell me what's going on right now, or else you're going into the acid. And then Emmett, you know, being a saint, he's like, it was all me, it was all my plan.
He didn't want Michelle to get in trouble in any way.
Yeah.
Which came with a very unexpected and loud gunshot straight to his head.
Boom! Like,
died instantly.
I don't know how I didn't see that one coming. I mean, he had the gun the whole time, and he didn't like Emmett. We knew he didn't like him.
But I thought it'd be more brutal. I thought he'd like take him and put his head in the acid or something.
But it's PG-13 though.
Well, she said fuck when she.
Yeah, you can only say one fuck word in a PG-13 movie.
All right, well, he shot him.
I mean, even think about it. We didn't even see him shoot him in the head. You just saw the gun and then bam.
That's true. Yeah, you see sort of Emmett.
If it was rated R, we would have saw him get boom.
Yeah.
Just destroyed. Well, he would have dunked his head.
And we do see his body dissolving in the acid. We do see that.
That was pretty.
It's a small glimpse. It's not even a second. Like you see it as you're running, but you enough to notice Emmett is dead in a vat of acid dissolving.
Yeah, it was unsettling at the most. And then again, the last 20 minutes is just, you know, the whole film is just like, I would describe it as them winding up a guitar string to the point where it's literally about to snap. And in the last 20 minutes, it snaps and it just becomes intense. Non-stop intensity from the escape from the bunker, which is now on fire, and freaking Howard is like literally deformed, became full monster, both in the physical and the
mental.
Well, not mental. I would be like the figurative sense, because he is a monster, but he's like a human. But in this part, like he literally has.
He's Two-Face. Let's go with that. He becomes Harvey Dent. He's Two-Face.
Pretty much, and he's running around, putting his knife through the vent as she's trying to crawl up, and then she escapes and stuff. And then the bunker explodes, and then the alien attacks them.
Which starting with the alien attack, which is in the other video we had where I was talking about cinematography. My issue here was once she gets out of the bunker, once Michelle leaves it. And she's all like, oh my god,
in the open space, basically.
The open space was okay up until the alien showed up. And I think
it definitely was very generic, and thinking back to it, it harkens back to the cinematography in Cloverfield. It's very shaky,
it does, yes.
Very handheld.
And except I mean, it's not found footage. Don't worry about it. You're not gonna get dizzy here. You're not gonna throw up.
It's more like the Bourne series.
Yes.
Where it's like, it's not shaky cam, but it's like action shaky cam, basically.
And it adds to the effect of not really seeing the aliens. I mean, she has like this dog monster after her, or wolf monster that like doesn't have eyes, and its face is sort of its mouth, and it's cool, but you don't see. You see only enough to understand what it can do.
Yeah, you don't see the detail, right?
No,
in the darkness.
And that's I understand from the cinematography standpoint. That's what they wanted. They want to keep it very vague, so that way you don't see what it is. It's very like the Cloverfield
and cheap.
monster.
Don't forget cheap. Saving the money.
Fair enough. I mean,
it's a low budget film after all.
You got Star Wars, and then you got 10 Cloverfield. That's really the.
Here, I have $1,000. Get the fuck out of my face. Make the damn movie.
Yeah. But they did a good job with it. It was a very fast change that I wasn't expecting.
Oh, definitely. I like the way that the film ends. It ends where she's driving away, right? She hears the little radio going off.
She didn't die. I'm happy.
Yeah, she didn't die.
She could be in another movie. I think she's hot. I can live with that.
The feminists are gonna love this movie.
I just want to see her end up with Bradley Cooper again. I want them to have like that like awkward like relationship where they both meet in Houston after like an alien attack. And like he doesn't know she left the ring. Like he doesn't know that. So like he does know that because he left him to Look, I want them to get together.
Yeah, he really wanted to see some Bradley Cooper.
I did.
His abs. He wanted to see his abs and his beautiful face.
He has a beautiful face. Have you seen Limitless? Great movie.
Actually, I wasn't a fan of that movie that much. I'm sorry. I know I let you down there. It's a fascinating concept and stuff. It's great, but it just wasn't my favorite movie. You know what I'm saying? They made a TV series out of it though.
I haven't watched a single episode.
I know somebody that has actually.
Do they like it?
Yeah, she likes it.
I like the movie.
So that was our spoiler review for 10 Cloverfield Lane. Yes, it is a part of the Cloverfield universe, but not entirely a sequel.
It's at the same time. It's
I would love to see more. I would love to see them explore this again. See, maybe follow her story, follow a new story. Just want to see more of this world.
It's funny because it has the same effect as Cloverfield. It really does. It's just at the end of the movie, you're satisfied with what happens, but you just want to know so much more. You want to dive into it.
Aching to know more. That's why.
And they're just going to hold us hostage for the next 8 years.
pretty much.
That's where we're getting at. I mean, look, when they make like Star Wars like 17, that's probably when it'll be released. When J.J. Abrams is back on track.
But when J.J. Abrams was like 65 years old, it's like, I'm bored. Let's make another.
I'm gonna make an Indiana Jones. And then there's Cloverfield. And then there's Cloverfield.
I have $200. Get the fuck out of my face. Make the movie already.
It's a Paranormal Activity spin-off, really.
Pretty much. But I would love for it to like continue that trend if it can keep the intensity and the intrigue alive. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's our thoughts. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. I would like to thank Chris again for being in my videos. I hope you enjoyed watching him.
Like the
it's a very engaging conversation. I loved it. So until then, guys, if you'd like to see more videos on this channel, be a part of the Black Critic crew, please hit that subscribe button below. Like this video if you really enjoyed it. And I'm Tony Watt II, joined by my buddy Chris as the Black Critic Guy. Till then, peace, YouTube.